precision buoy. Opts to go to the inside. Let's see what Kyla does here. Or Kayla, rather. Kayla opts to go to the 8-ball speed lane. She should come out in front in this one. And here comes Kayla. Oh, yeah. She comes out in front. Again, you got to strategize when you take that speed lane. You're only allowed to take it once, and you gain about 6 seconds on the rider in front of you. So Mazanski back into second place, but he has not hit the speed lane yet. Current positioning here in the X2 class. Got Kayla Fliska up front, Mazanski in second, Gage McMaster back there in third, Warren Burke in fourth, Austin Beals in fifth, Carl Hausch in sixth, and Pete Burke on boat number 111 rounding out your top 7. So let's see if Mazanski opts to go to the 8-ball speed lane down here on the right-hand side of the track. It looks like he's going to the outside. Will he take it? He doesn't have to let off the throttle. No, he's just going to the outside split. He's saving it. Doesn't think that he has enough room to get that lead yet. So he's trying to reel in Kayla, so he knows that he can retake that lead. Kayla comes out from the inside split. Once again, Kayla on the pink ski. Once again, don't forget, after your second moto, you must go to tech. After your second moto, you must go to tech. This is not optional. Once again, you need to see Beer Dart in tech immediately following your last race. Once again, you need to see Beer Dart in tech immediately following your last race. And again, we appreciate your cooperation in advance. All right, the Vintage X2 class out there right now. Race number 9, and I'm looking for Kayla out on the track. Normally pretty easy to pick out with the pink ski. And Kayla getting ready to exit that inside split right now. And I believe that was Gage McMaster. McMaster now making the pass on Kayla, so Gage moves into first. That's Mazanski back there in third on boat number 51. So Gage making the 8-ball speed lane work for him. And for those of you folks that are wondering, why do they call it the 8-ball speed lane? Well, because this in IJSBA, or International Jet Sports Boating Association, that's who our sanctioning body is. This is Region 8. This being a regional race, they call it the 8-ball speed lane. So a little 4-1-1, if you was wondering why I kept saying 8-ball up here. No, we're not playing pool. We're not even getting in the pool. I wish I had a pool. So again, you can see the gap between first and second. I'm thinking Mazanski, as they're running out of time right now, they've only got about 10 seconds before time expires. I'm thinking Mazanski's going to try to take that 8-ball speed lane on this one right here. Kayla's going to try to stay in front of him, cause a little bit of wake. Mazanski, it looks like he's going to go to the outside. Yeah, he is going to the speed lane. You can see where she has to turn in. He gained 6 seconds by going on that speed lane. And it is going to be Mazanski going back into the lead. So boat number, actually that's Gage McMaster. I'm sorry, Mazanski overtaking the second place position. McMaster took the lead on the HX, or I'm sorry, on that last lap, but Gage will not be scored with these guys because he's in a separate class. He's in the junior sport class. This is the Vintage X2 class. So Mazanski is your race leader in the Vintage X2 class on boat number 51. And let me explain that. It's a combined class, and when you have a combined class, you actually have 2 different leaders out there. So Gage with a different size boat out there than the X2s. So once again, Vintage X2 Open, race number 9. Race number 9 out there right now. And I believe they are under white flag racing conditions. So Kayla Mazonsky, that battle for second, or actually for first in the X2 class, is the biggest battle here. Let's see. Mazonsky goes to the outside. Kayla goes to the inside. Let's see how they come out. In the splits, they went in pretty evenly right there. Mazonsky trying to make up some time using that outside split. Got some clean water in front of him. And here comes Kayla. Kayla going to try to possibly steal that line away. Mazonsky with the drive coming from the outside. Not going to do it. Is Kayla able to slam the door shut here on boat number 7. So again, the white flag is out. Checker flag will be coming out next time around for Gage McMaster. But I'm watching the battle here between Kayla and Mazonsky. That's the best battle out on the track right now. Gage in a race all by himself because he is the only junior sport rider out there. And look at this, Mazonsky trying to make a pass here on Kayla. Kayla going to try to push him wide. He tries to get to the inside, steal that line away. He has to cross over her pump wash. He's going to lose about a quarter of a second there as they head down the back straightaway one final time here in the Vintage X2 class. Nice wrap there on Carl Hausch's boat. I don't know if you guys seen the wrap as he went by the green boat over here that's on the left-hand side of the track. He's got an alligator wrap on it. Congratulations, Gage McMaster taking the win right there. And once again, your leaders in the Vintage X2 class going to opposite sides of the split. Mazonsky on the outside and Fliska on the inside. Fliska's going to have to be flawless. Mazonsky looking pretty flawless right now as Mazonsky comes out from the outside, and here comes Fliska. And it's going to be close. Oh, he had the drive. Not able to get there in time, though. And Fliska is going to bing that throttle, and she is going to take the win in the Vintage X2 class. That was Burke, actually, that was coming up on. I'm not sure what happened to Mazonsky. But that was actually Burke that moved up from 4th place into 3rd. All right, final results there of the X2 class. Of the X2 class, just the X2 class, it was Mazonsky, Fliska, Burke, Hausch, Pete Burke, and Austin Beals. And Gage McMaster, the winner of the junior sport class. All right, next up, novice runabout, 1100 limited. Switching holes again to the big bodies, the wide bodies, the heavy boats. Novice runabout, 1100 limited. This is their 4th and final moto. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 more races to go for everybody. In this novice runabout, 1100 limited heat, we should have boat number 8. That is Tully Zipkin, and he is out of Newton, New Hampshire. Sponsored by Global Integrated Technologies, Weeks Brothers Watersports, Beer Dart, and Wetworks. Boat number C10 is David Anderson. David out of Bergen, New York. Sponsored by WSM, Moto Option, and the Race Gods. 47 is Gabor Gergely out of Cambridge, Ontario, Canada. Sponsored by JetX, as well as the BRP Museum and Hamburg Floor Covering. Josh Leclerc has been perfect in this class. He'll be on boat number 125, sponsored by Blue Can Racing and Grandma's Garage. Kyle Miller will be on boat number C193, and he is sponsored by RBR Performance, Tanner Batzold on 210. He's out of Wolcott, and he is sponsored by Moto Option, Renthal Smith, and OnlyFans. Robert Targos, the third, boat number 315, he out of Rome, New York. Boat number 427 is Brody 7 out of Ellington, and he is sponsored by John Dean and the Duncan Race Team, as well as Wetworks. And Terry Burke, boat number 826, sponsored by 10mm Photo, as well as Nickerson Performance, BRP Museum, and Maddie's Powersports. And that rounds out your field here in a novice runabout. I believe the next race is going to be the women's runabout. And then we've got the Pro-Am runabout. That's one you're not going to want to miss. And then the final race of the day, the fastest race of the day, is our Pro-Am Ski GP class. That'll be a final one of the afternoon. Glad everybody could stick with us on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Kittanning. Once again, you could join us at the next race as we invade, I believe it's Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. And that'll be July 10th through 12th. Come on up, just about a 2-hour ride from here. Got a couple weeks, make it a little staycation for you up there. And that is 125, it looked like, on the inside. That is Josh Leclerc picking up right where he left off. And that Josh will be coming from the blue buoys. It looks like Josh going to take the whole shot. I believe that's Gabor Gergely over on the other side, boat number 30 or 47. And it is, so it's Leclerc and Gergely coming out 1 and 2. So once again, Josh Leclerc, sponsored by Blue Can Racing, Jet Trim, Showtime Freestyle, comes out with the hole shot. And this is his, I believe, second hole shot of the day here. But he has been perfect in this class. Novice runabout, 1100 limited. Got 3 moto victories, and you can see your leaders as they work down the back straightaway. Gabor Gergely has 3 seconds. So this is going to be an easy podium to finish out, or to figure out. 8-ball lane has been taken by your race leader already. Second place also taken, or I'm sorry, that was just first place that took the speed lane. That was third place that actually took the 8-ball speed lane. And there is Leclerc. And here comes second place now. Gergely back into third, and boat number 92, that is Niall Miller, is currently setting in the 4 spot. So those are your top 4 here. Got just about 5 minutes plus a lap to go in this one. This is race number 10, I believe. Race number 11 is going to be our women's runabout. And then we'll come back to the pro runabout. So you got to remember, both of your race leaders have already taken the 8-ball speed lane on the far right side of the course. And once again, you gain about 6 seconds, 6 to 7 seconds when you take that lane. 125, Leclerc regains the lead by taking the speed lane. Gergely still maintains that second place. And third place, well, I'll tell you, it might be Batzold, I believe. Can't see the number. Niall back in the 4th spot. In 5th, it's Davidson. Or I'm sorry, David Anderson. David Anderson on the C10 out of Bergen, New York, sponsored by Moto Option, the Race Gods, and WSM. Yeah, that's the GP boats that you heard right there. That they're going to be in race number 13. That's the final race of the day. And those are, I'll tell you what, some high-powered machines. All of them got 1,500 cc Kawasaki power plants, and all with carbon fiber hulls from different aftermarket manufacturers. Going back out to this race right here, Leclerc right now has been in a race all by himself. Running another good race there on boat number 125. Once again, we need race number 11, women's runabout, 1100 limited. Please report to the starting line. Women's runabout, 1100 limited. We need you to the starting line. And there is your race leader on the blue can Sea-Doo, Joshua Leclerc. Gabor Gergely, who's been in second for most of the weekend here. I believe he whole shotted one race, and Leclerc was able to get by him about midway through the race. And I think that was Moto 1 or Moto 2 yesterday. Again, just as a reminder to our racers out there, don't forget to turn in your transponders. As soon as you come in after your second moto, we need you to make sure that you turn in your transponders, so we can get them charged up for Lock Haven, where we're going to be in just a couple weeks for round 3 of the Short Block Technologies East Coast Watercross Series, brought to you by Liqui-Moly. Lock Haven, Pennsylvania. Put down the date, July 10 through 12. So no lead changes that last time around, but I do see a rider coming into the pits, and I am pretty sure that is boat number 375, it looks like, coming into the pits a little bit early. Checked at 315. That's Robert Targos, the third. So a tough break there for Targos, who is pulling in a little bit early. And as we take a look down, we've got just under a minute. Time starting to tick away here. And this race is, I believe, Leclerc may be getting the white flag this last time around, pending on how fast he gets through this split section. So the white flag will be coming out for Leclerc on this next one. And there he goes, and out comes the white flag. One more lap to go for Joshua Leclerc before he can tell his friends that he had a perfect weekend here in Kittanning. Gabor Gergely still in second, followed by Batsold. I believe that's Tanner Batsold, sponsored by Moto Option, Renthal, Smith, OnlyFans, the Townsville Car Care Center, Uncle Whisker, and Mo Money Mom. Just a reminder, with only a couple of races left to go, folks, don't forget we've got some great merchandise up here. If you would like a great souvenir to take back home, wherever home may be for you, stop on up here and see Miss Cassandra. We got t-shirts, hats, all kinds of fun stuff, stickers, keychains. We got jet ski stuff, we got boots, we got back protectors. So if there's anything you need before we start putting it away, I've been giving you the warning here. Or I've been giving the warning. The merchandise booth will be closing. Checkered flag comes out for Josh Leclerc. Congratulations, Josh. And here comes Gabor, sponsored by JetX. Gabor Gergely coming through in that second place, sponsored by JetX, the BRP Museum, and Hamburg floor covering, followed by Tanner Batsold on the Moto Option Renthal Sea-Doo. Niall Miller will round out your top 4, and that'll do it for our novice runabout limited class. So 11 is actually going to be our women's runabout, 1100 limited class. All right, next up, we got the women's runabout, 1100 limited class, combined with the novice sports spec class. Boat number 7, Sue Zipkin. Boat number 15 is Gage McMaster. Boat number 125, Katie Berner. Boat number 212 is Ryder Downey. 427, Samantha 7. And boat number 520 is Avery Nickerson. They're getting lined up and staged down there. We'd like to say thanks to the Good Tire Service. Good Tire Service was started in 1971 with one store in Kittanning. 7 employees. Today, Good Tire Service has 6 buildings with over 100 plus employees, consisting of retail locations, commercial locations, off-the-road service techs, off-the-road air conditioning techs, a retread shop with the latest technology, and a sales staff of 25 plus. They offer a full range of services and products to be able to service the customer to their best ability. Combine that with superb employees, and it's easy to see how they got where they are today. That's Good Tire Service, located here locally. By the way, also like to say a special thanks to Mad City Windows and Baths. Mad City offers a wide range of home remodeling services to help you achieve your dream home. From bathroom upgrades to replacement window installation and kitchen cabinet refacing, they handle every project with professionalism and care. Mad City Windows and Baths. All right, and here we go. The women's runabout is off and away here. In this class, it has been the Katie Berner show so far this weekend. Katie out of East Haddam, Connecticut. And we'll see if she can pull another hole shot here. I believe that is her on the inside. She'll be on boat number 125. Gage McMaster out there on boat number 15. He's the lone sport boat out there. Didn't have any junior sport riders, so he wasn't able to race against them, so we put him in with the ladies here. And that is 125, Katie Berner. Followed by 520. So Berner followed by Avery Nixon out of Bristol, Pennsylvania on the Nickerson Performance, Cassidy Painting, Hill Racing, Loomis Fabrication, Sea-Doo. All Sea-Doos out here in the women's runabout, 1100 limited class. Again, they are combined with the novice sports spec. Only one novice sports spec rider out there, and that is Gage McMaster. And you can see the difference in the hulls as you see your race leaders work their way down the back straightaway. Again, that's Berner out in front, Nickerson in second. We'll go back a little further for you as they come back around. All right, so it looks like second place had hit the Joker right there. That was 520 that hit the Joker. And that was Avery Nickerson. So Nickerson goes into the lead out of Bristol, Pennsylvania. Now she's going to try to extend that lead over Katie Berner. Again, you really got to strategize when you hit that the 8-ball speed lane down there on the far right side underneath the bridge. And look at this. Berner trying to work to the inside of Nickerson right there. Nickerson tried to push her beyond that blue buoy. And you can't pick up when you miss that buoy right. If you miss that buoy right there, you can't go and pick that up on the penalty. Berner this time. Let's see what she opts to do as your leader opts to. Berner's going on the 8-ball speed lane. So I believe she is going to retake the lead here on boat number 125 as they get ready to exit the split, bottom right-hand side of the track. And they come out, and it's Berner back in the lead. Nickerson back to second. So great job there by Berner. Nickerson in second. So you got Katie Berner out in front, Avery Nickerson in second, Gage McMaster on the sport boat in third, Ryder Downey, who is also running in the sport class, in fourth, and then you got Samantha Seven, who is fifth, but actually third in the women's runabout class. So those are your top five out on the track. You got two sport riders sandwiched in between the women's runabout riders. Top two are women's runabout riders. Third and fourth are both sport riders. You can see the difference in the hulls as they come back around. Your top two, I believe, over here coming from the outside split. It's going to be 125. Berner burning down the house here in Kittanning. Berner, Nickerson, and you can see the smaller sport boats running in third and fourth right now. That's fourth place right there. Ryder Downey on boat number 212. Ryder Downey sponsored by Nickerson Performance, Cassidy Painting, Lauren Nickerson, HydroTurf, Bonehead Performance, Powder Coating, Hot Products, Triple Twos Racing, also helping them out. But helping us out were folks like McCutcheon Enterprises Incorporated. MEI is a family-owned and operated business, both based in Apollo, Pennsylvania. MEI is a leading provider of waste management, equipment rental services, and industrial energy to the residential sectors. They've been running around since 1947, and we just want to say special thanks to McCutcheon Enterprises Incorporated, located in Apollo, Pennsylvania. Well, no lead swapping. It's still Berner out in front. Starting to extend that lead is, McMaster able to get around Nickerson right there, but they're in different classes, so it won't be a position change for Nickerson, but, well, it does kind of put a chip on your shoulder. Just as a reminder, awards will be held about 30 minutes after the final race. Should be looking at right about 4:30 or so. Again, glad everybody could make it out this weekend and spend their weekend with us. Round number 2 here, the SBT East Coast Watercross Series, brought to you by Liqui-Moly. Hopefully coming back in 2027. We had a great time here this year. little slice of paradise you guys got hidden over here in Kittanning. And Burner running away with this one as you see the white flag coming out, which means the Pro Runabout Limited 1100 Limited class is coming up next. If you guys haven't seen a good race, you want to see a good race, and a lot of lead swapping and stuff like that, this next race is definitely a cool one to do that. As Burner one final time, I believe, down that back straightaway. Nickerson still in second. I believe Burner's got a back marker in front of her. So once again, the women putting on a show here in race number 11. This is the women's runabout 1100 Limited. They were combined with the novice sports spec. Final time on the water for these guys and gals. And here comes Burner on the 125, takes a look behind her, finds Gage McMaster too little too late as the checkered flag flies here over the Allegheny. Gage McMaster coming through in second. Congratulations, Katie Burner coming through in first. And that is Nickerson in third. Avery Nickerson, sponsored by Nickerson Performance and Cassidy Painting. And that's going to be Ryder Downey rounding out your top four. And next race up, we have got our Pro Runabout class. Once again, you folks want to see a lot of good racing. These guys have been putting on a show all weekend long. Lots of lead changes. Now for this class right here, for those of you who've been watching all day, we've got the speed lane over there on the right-hand side. Now, if you look up at the top left-hand side of the track, you'll see a red buoy with a white top. Looks like snow on top of the buoy over there, the triangular mountain. So, at one lap, you have to go, and you have to hit that buoy. So the speed lane is going to speed you up. It's going to give you 6 seconds. But when you have to go hit the Joker buoy, that's going to slow you down 6 seconds. So once again, you really got to strategize when you're going to take both of those buoys. Jay Edwardy has done a great job with that so far. And we'll see how he does here in this moto. Ian Smith has been right there with him. Todd Sarsinski, Dave Davidson also right there with him. All right, 8 minutes plus a lap, 8 minutes plus a lap. Fourth and final moto here. Pro-Am Runabout Limited. Pros racing these boats out here. They are the 1100 Limited. They're not the big wide bodies. Edworthy, Smith, Sarsinski, Davidson, and Batzold. Pretty respectable lineup right there. All right, Kevin making sure that everybody is ready to go down there on the starting line. The horn sounds. That's Edworthy on the inside. It looks like Ian Smith on the outside. Dave Davidson tucks in behind Smith on the outside. And it's going to be Edworthy on the inside and Smith on the outside. And those two have been battling it out all weekend long. Smitty going to see if he can get a decent start here against Edwardy. Edwardy's been whole shot. Look at Edwardy, comes over, whoa! And takes that line away, just steals that line away. And that's exactly what happened in that last race. And they almost tapped. Looks like Davidson up there into the third place position. Sarsinski in fourth. Batsold rounding out your top five here on lap number 1. So Jay Edworthy, again out of Cambridge, Ontario, Canada, your race leader up there, sponsored by JetX and Dave Bamdis and company down at Riva Racing. Big shout out to all my friends down there in South Florida. See you guys tomorrow. And where is Edworthy going? Let me see. Okay, looks like Smitty took the 8-ball speed lane, and he is going to come out in front of Edworthy. So now Edworthy has his work to do for him. And you can see the G's that they're hitting right here coming off this red buoy. Almost coming off the boat, your top three. Davidson takes a look behind him. So once again, Ian Smith out of Weber, New York is your race leader. And he is also sponsored by JetX. Couple of your riders out there, I believe 4 of your riders out there actually sponsored by Ryan Dolly and company up at JetX. Pro Ski GP, you're going to be coming up next. And looked like Edworthy went out and hit the Joker buoy already as he slips all the way back into third place. Once again, you really got to strategize when you're going to take the speed lane, when you're going to take the Joker buoy. Smith, I know what he's thinking. He's like, I got to work on this lead. And once I got a big enough lead, I'm going to hit that Joker buoy. Right now, I would say he's pretty close to having that lead. I would probably go ahead and hit it. Davidson, Sarsinski, running in second and third right now, and Edworthy in an unfamiliar fourth place position after leading most of the races. And now here we go. Smitty's hitting the Joker buoy up there, top left-hand side. You can see the line that he is taking. He's making a turn. He's coming back hard. Will Davidson be able to get him? Davidson gets past him. Sarsinski, he goes to the Joker buoy. So Davidson pulls up and is, Davidson able to overtake the lead spot. And you can see Smith trying to work an outside line as they work their way down to the right-hand side of the track. Smith going, looks like he's going to try to get position on Davidson as they work their way in. And whoa, and just uses Davidson right there as a berm turn. So Smitty back into the lead. Davidson back into second. And Edworthy is vying for third here against Sarsinski. That is Edworthy on the outside, Sarsinski on the inside. And here comes Smitty with a head full of steam. Smitty has already hit the speed lane. He's already hit the Joker buoy. Now he's just got to keep his head down and run his race. And I see trouble. I see trouble out there, top right-hand side of the track. Jay Edworthy has a problem, and it looks like he is coming in on the hook after 3 wins. After 3 wins in this class, I'll tell you what, those boats they got out there are wound tighter than a squirrel on Prozac, I should say. As you see them pulling Edworthy off the track, and that is good news for Smitty, because Edworthy still had the speed lane where he could have caught up to both Smitty and Davidson. So now you got Smitty, Davidson, and I believe Sarsinski running 1, 2, and 3 right now. So a tough break there for Edworthy, who has had a great weekend up to this one, and that's not the way that you want to take that long ride home. Your last race coming in on the hook. Pro Ski GP is coming up next. Pro Ski GP is coming up next. Right now, it's the Ian Smith, Dave Davidson show, center stage on the Allegheny. Once again, Smith also sponsored by Race Lab, Riva Racing, Smitty's Automotive, Jet X, Jet Pilot, and Sea-Doo. All right, Cove Batfold went down over there on the left-hand side of the track. May have just been a lanyard because he is back out there on the water. Dave Davidson, sponsored by Dedicated Plastic Tanks, still holding on to that second place position. Sarsinski in third. Pretty evenly spaced out now. Let's take a look at what kind of lap times that we got here for Ian Smith. Smith that last time around, a 1:04.184. His fastest lap time, a 1:02.878. Batsold was in third before going down, and Sarsinski regained that third place position. So Cove back to fourth, and Jay is out. Just over a minute 15 left to go here. And this is race number 12. We've got one more race. And then 30 minutes after the last race, we will be going to our award ceremony, which will be held right here behind the East Coast Watercross compound out here on the point. Again, we appreciate everybody coming out here to Riverfront Park. Been a great couple days of racing. I think everybody's had a lot of fun. Seen a lot of smiles throughout the weekend. A lot of folks hadn't seen personal watercraft racing here from the Kittanning area, and so they were able to get a little bit of education on it, which I thought was really cool in itself. So again, hopefully we'll be invited back for 2027 and beyond. Make this an annual event. Batsold trying to climb back into it. Sarsinski about a half a click away, though. So all four riders pretty evenly spaced out right now on the track. And that's unfortunate for all of us sitting up here. So the white flag's they're going to throw the white flag right now for Ian. Ian Smith, once again, he is out of Hilton, New York. I'm sorry. I think I said Weber, New York early, but it's Hilton, New York. Sponsored by Riva Racing, Smitty's Automotive, JetX.ca, Jet Pilot, Sea-Doo, and Polaris giving him some help too. He may be on a Polaris sled. Looks like Cove is down again. Cove with another mechanical issue out there on the top left-hand side of the track. It looks like course marshal Kevin going to bring him in. And unfortunately for Cove, that was the white flag lap. So here comes your race leader, and the checkered flag comes out. Congratulations. Hey, Ian Smith taking the win there. Congratulations, Ian. And he has been fighting hard for that win all weekend long. Edward, he's been pretty much unstoppable. Dave Davidson coming through in second out of Burlington, Ontario, Canada, sponsored by JetX.ca, as well as Dedicated Plastic Tanks. Here comes Sarsinski. Sarsinski going to end up in third spot. Todd out of Buffalo, New York, sponsored by the BRP Museum, Freedom Racing, Riva, and Hebler Sales. So that is pretty much going to do it here for race number 12. Now the big boys, the Pro-Am Ski GP, race we've all been waiting for since the race before lunch. Pro-Am Ski GP out there. We should have boat number 54. That's Kelly Wilcox. Kelly sponsored by No Limits Metalworks, Z-Force Racing, Slang Danger Racing Fuels. Got boat number 114, Sean Dudek. He's sponsored by Liquid Molly, No Limits Metalworks, Hot Slag Company, Date Drop Gummies, and Shurcan USA. Josh Hammond is on boat number 247, and he is backed by the Motorcycle Shop and Hot Products, Liquid Molly, Duncan Racing, and the Hot Slag Company. Our Braden 7 sponsors on boat number 730. Ben Corsetti, sponsored by Quebec Cycle Sales here locally in Kittanning. Mike Kilbearer, who took a third in the last moto, a couple seconds yesterday. Going to be out there on boat number 812. And the winner of all 3 motos so far, boat number 912 from Ottsville, Pennsylvania, sponsored by the Coran Brewing Company, Fly Racing, Riva, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot, Rick Shirker, who has been perfect so far this weekend. We'll see if Shirker can remain perfect. He and Edworthy were both perfect going into their 4th and final motos. And Edworthy just gave that up. So let's see, 10 minutes plus a lap in this grand finale here. Once again, 10 minutes plus a lap in the grand finale. Thanks to the Ali Kiski Strong Chamber, the AK Strong Chamber provides their members and the communities that they serve with an environment where businesses can start, grow, and expand, while being a strong voice fulfills their legislative, workforce, educational, and community, as well as social responsibilities. The AK Strong Chamber, thank you for your support here this weekend. Once again, just a reminder to our racers, we talked about that at the racers meeting. Make sure you stop and fill up on the way out of town with Bradigan's fuel. Bradigan's Incorporated. When you depend on your fuel every day, quality matters. Bradigan's is committed to providing high-quality gasoline, diesel, heating oil, and petroleum products to help keep homes, vehicles, businesses running efficiently. They believe their customers deserve the best products. Thank you, Bradigan's. Don't forget, after the races, everybody go down to the Allegheny Mariner. Truly one of the Keystone State's best kept secrets. Nestled here right on the historic Allegheny River. Check out the Mariner, and I would say check out the Chick Parm, man. The chicken parmesan was incredible yesterday. Right, riders told to fire up their engines. Final race of the day. 10 minutes plus a lap. 10 minutes plus a lap on this one. Once again, folks, just a reminder. Final opportunity to get some merch. And that was $5.95. $5.95 on the inside. I'm not sure who's on $5.95 right now. I know that is one of the Wilcox boats. I'll let you know who the leaders are as they come back around, but I'm not sure. There was a boat switch, and well, the announcer's always the last to know. Oh, that's Shirker. That's Rick Shirker. black boat, Rick Shirker, 912. 812 is Compare, 247. 247 is Josh Hammond. Those are your top three here on lap number 1. Uh-oh, we got a rider down. Boat number 11 off the boat here, right in front of us. And course marshal Kevin is on his way over to do the rescue. It looked like the boat just came out from under him. He's okay. You can see he's hopping up on the backboard right there. Well, he's not really hopping. He's not a bunny rabbit. But he is grabbing the life sled. You can tell we are running at a blistering pace here in the GP class. Rick Shirker out of Ottsville, Pennsylvania. He is your early race leader as the yellow flags are out. Shirker gets it. Course Marshal Randy gets it. Gilbert still in second. 7 has overtaken that third place position. Braden 7 again out of Ellington, Connecticut, moving up into third on that Commander boat. He's sponsored by Liqui-Moly, as well as Champion Powersports and Wetworks. Again, final race of the day, 10 minutes plus 1. Taking a look over, we have got just under 8 minutes left to go in this one. Final race of the day, been a great weekend of racing here, and it's been an awesome racing. Okay, not quite sure what this red flag is about. So this is pretty unusual, folks. Just so you know, a red flag in the middle of a race, that means that a racer is probably injured. But it's not boat 11 who went down. So we'll try to get you the 411 why we got a red flag here. Normally there's only a couple reasons that you're going to see a red flag, unless a buoy popped loose and I can't see it. So ladies and gentlemen of Kittanning, Pennsylvania, I believe that is the gentleman who brought us here, Sean Dudek. How about a nice round of applause as he comes in, unfortunately, on the stretcher. Put your hands together, Kittanning. Not quite sure what happened because we're actually blocked by a bunch of trees right here. But obviously we're keeping our fingers crossed that Sean is good. So once again, if you guys can hear me down there by the ramp, let the paramedics do what they do. Please give him plenty of space. And we may have an ambulance that's coming down here right now. So again, last race of the day of the weekend. And it's very unfortunate. But once again, we've got the best people down there to assist. '54 Kelly Wilcox, who spends most of his day up on the flag stand, probably seeing exactly what happened down there. And I think that it was probably even blocked from our camera view, because if it's blocked from my view, probably blocked from the camera view, so probably won't be any video on that. of the Pro-Am Ski GP. Final race of the weekend. 7 minutes on the clock. I believe 7 minutes plus 1 lap left on the clock here. We are off and away again here in the Pro-Am Ski GP class. Again, Rich Shirker was your leader. There was supposed to be 7 minutes on the clock, not 10, but I guess we got a new flagman down there. So you can see Shirker picking up where he left off. Again, starting to stretch out that lead. It was Kilbear, I believe, was back in second. I'm not quite sure that is Kilbear that is in second right now, or if he just chose not to race this one. That is Shirker, 912 on the Bottsville, Pennsylvania, on the Fly Racing Reba rocket ship. Fast power sports boat, 7 up into that second place, and it looks like boat number 812, Kilbear, who was in second, now back to third, and boat number 247, Fleming, rounding out your top 4 here. Once again, this is the final race of the day. Again, the final opportunity for you to come on up and get some merchandise up here at the East Coast Watercross compound. All right, so once again, Shirker, your race leader on the outside split right-hand side of the track. And here he comes down the front straightaway. And they reset him with a full 10 instead of the 7 that we were told of here, so we apologize for any confusion out there to anybody. 7 in second, chasing your race leader, Shirker. And the top 2 already starting to separate here. Kilbear back in third. Fleming rounding out the top 4. And you can see the gap between first and second place as we take a look across the lake here. The beautiful Allegheny River. Shirker already into the split. He's going to go to the outside. 7 also going to the outside. Kilbear getting ready. He's up there at the hot slang decision buoy. And he is also going to the outside. So all your top 4 favoring the outside split over here on the right-hand side of the track. But it's Shirker. He is rising with poise and confidence. Rick Shirker turning in a minute 2.694 lap time that last time around. 7 with a minute 4:024. So 7 actually a little quicker than Shirker on that last lap. I believe Kilbear still running in the 3rd place, followed by Josh Hammond in 4th. And Chuck Holland on boat number 11 rounds out your top 5 here. You're watching the Pro-Am Ski GP, final race of the weekend here for round number 2 of the SBT, East Coast Watercross Tour. And it looks like the front of the pack is moving up to the back of the pack. And there's your race leader, 9:12, past the flagging stand. We are under 6 minutes to go. So once again, under 6 minutes to go, and it's Shirker in command. He puts a back marker in between he and second place, 7. Third place, Kilbear, and Fleming. So once again, Shirker still your race leader on that fast power sports boat. He's sponsored by Korean Brewing, Fly, Riva Racing, Jet Trim, and Jet Pilot. 7 trying to reel him in. 7 out there on the Commander boat, sponsored by Liquid Molly, as well as Commander, Jet Pilot, Webworks, and Earthlight Technologies. Kilbear, don't have much information on Kilbear, but I can tell you he's been racing for a couple decades. Over here in Region 8, raced with the likes of Wade Cohen. God rest his soul. He just passed away last month, and he was putting on races all the way back in the 80s and 90s. Rick Masita also used to put races up here in Region 8. He's put on races. He mainly stuck to the Jersey Shore and Barnegat Bay over there. East Coast Watercross going all over Region 8 this season. Once again, next race in North Haven. That's going to be July 10th through 12th. We invite everybody to come back for that one. Back there in the third spot, still being pressured by boat number 247. That's Josh Hammond. Hammond again riding for Fast Power Sports. Or riding a Fast Power Sports boat, rather. And he is sponsored by the Motorcycle Shop and Hot Products. And here in the Pro-Am Ski GP class, it has pretty much been the Rick Shirker show. Shirker, again, one of Pennsylvania's own. Braden 7 trying to reel him in. And you can see Shirker just walking away with this one. About 2.5 minutes left to go. 2.5 minutes left to go. There is 7 in second place. Again, may not have enough time to reel in Shirker. Shirker, again, has been unstoppable. Gilbert and Hammond still battling out for that third place. Again, Braden 7 all by himself. He's out of Ellington, Connecticut, all by himself up there in second place. And Mike Gilbert, again, coming from the Tidewater area over there near Maryland. Hammond doesn't say where he's from, but he is sponsored by the Lee family over at Hot Products. So again, time ticking away, and about 30 minutes after this race, we will be doing the award ceremony. And we invite everybody to come over to the awards. That is going to be right back behind the East Coast Watercross. I'm sorry, the compound there. All right, so we are under the 1 minute mark here in the Pro-Am Ski GP final race of the day. Rick Shirker, your race leader. It's been a good weekend, great weekend, except for that one incident. Unfortunately, it has to happen with less than 7 minutes left to go in the weekend. Shirker not going to get the white flag this time around. Once again, Shirker will get the white flag around next time. And take this one back to Ottsville with him. Shirker going 3 for 3 in the 1500 stock class. Or 4 for 4 rather, and looking to go 4 for 4 here in the Pro-Am Ski GP. Shirker getting ready to exit the split, and you can see what kind of lead he's got on the rest of the pack, about a half-lap lead over second place. And once they took off, every lap he was getting faster and faster. The white flag should be coming out. And the white flag now out for Rick Shirker. So Shirker, under white flag racing conditions, got about 3/4 of a lap to go. And he is so far ahead of the rest of the pack that this is second place now coming through the start-finish line. So you can see actually a half lap ahead of second place. A12 Colbert still in third. Looks like Hammond slowed a little bit as we got a lapper in between third and fourth right now. Fourth place, 2:47, as Josh Hammond. And there it is. Put your hands together for Rick Shirker taking the win here in the Pro Ski GP class, fastest race of the weekend. Second place, Brayton 7. Brayton coming in, getting out of Ellington, Connecticut, sponsored by Liquid Molly and Commander. And here comes third place. KG Veteran right there, buddy. Michael Kilbearer. I love Michael. And that is Josh Hammond. He's going to round out your top four, and that is going to do it. For a great weekend of racing here in Kittanning. Again, we'd like to say special thanks to all the great race fans for coming out, for hanging out, for showing up and showing out. Now, the novice sports spec, he had a couple other folks to race against, and that's what we're going to next. In third place, novice sports spec. That was 212, Ryder Downey. In second place, boat number 520, Avery Nickerson. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, novice sports spec. He was just up here. Let's bring him back. Gage McMaster. All right, ready, 1, 2, 3. You know what to do. Next up will be our runabout amateur stock class. Runabout amateur stock class. In first place, another Kittanning local, his first race. Brock, I know I'm going to murder your last name. Shrinagast. I was close. Shrinagast. See, I didn't learn how to spell. I went to school in Ohio. All right, hold high over your head, Brock. Yeah, hometown boy right there. Next up will be our junior four-stroke lights. Junior four-stroke lights from Mansfield, Ohio. Number 1 in this class, Ellie Mini-Stroke Stevens. Let's go, Mini-Stroke. Next up, the Novice Ski 1500 stock class. Novice Ski 1500 stock. In third place, Dylan Sharp. In second place, boat number 4, Jeremy Burma. Your winner in the Novice Ski 1500 stock class, my good friend from Johnson City, Tennessee, Thomas Lambert. All right, guys, on the count of 3, hold them over your head. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Next up, Super Chicken class. And this was a tight one. And I know that it would have been a long ride home. For second place, Tully Zipkin. The Bionic Man. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner in the Super Chicken class. Put your hands together for Susie Zipkin. Susie Cusey. Okay, on the count of 3, hold them over your head. Ready, 1, 2, 3. Team Zipkin. Next up, the Pro-Am Ski Stock 1500cc class. Boat number 15, third place, Michael Price. Where you at, Big Mike? There he is. In second place, put your hands together. This guy's riding stand-ups. He's riding runabouts. He's riding anything with a motor. Dave Davidson. And your winner, do we have anybody here from Pennsylvania? Anybody here from Pennsylvania? Got a couple folks here from Pennsylvania. This is one of Pennsylvania's own. Put your hands together for Rick Shirker. One of the best riders to ever come out of the Keystone State right here. He's going to bring his boy up here with him. All righty, on the count of 3, hold him over your head. Ready, 1, 2, 3. That's cute. Next up will be the Pro-Am Runabout Stock class. Man, some great racing in that class this weekend. Guys put on a great show. In third place, boat number 46, the owner of the BRP Museum, Todd Sarsinski. In second place, boat number 126, Ian Smith. And your winner, it was the Chicken Man, 477, Jay Inwardy. Okay, guys, you know what to do. 1, 2, 3. You guys got to remember to smile when you're. You know how many of these pictures are going to go on social media tonight. All you guys going to be driving home, ain't got nothing to do. You're going to be Facebooking everybody. I know what's happening. All right, in the vintage 650, 750 class, third place was the 901, George Wolf. The Wolfman. Where you at, George? The Wolfman in the house. Second place, boat number 782, Michelle Corsetti. Way to go, Michelle. And thanks to you and Ben for the Airbnb this weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, boat number 23, Patrick Sullivan. And this class here was the busiest class of the weekend. Count of 3, hold them over your head. 1, 2, 3. Next up will be our sports spec class. Sports spec class in the third place, the only Yamaha to hit the podium, boat number 172, Brent Hahn. Brent, who got his first moto victory of 2026. Yeah. In second place, it was boat number 872, Colin Beers. And your winner in the sports spec class, put your hands together for this young lady, Katie Berner. All right, y'all know what to do. 1, 2, 3. Next up will be our Vintage X2 Open. Vintage X2 Open in third place, boat number 105X. That was Austin Beals. Second place, boat number 11. This young man did a fantastic job this weekend, Warren Burke. And from my understanding, Warren is actually going to show his mom how to hold her line. Was too soon? In first place, boat number 7, Kayla Flitzka. Count of 3, hold them over your head, ready, 1, 2, 3, podium shot. There you go. Be proud. All right, next up will be our novice runabout, 1100 limited. Novice runabout, 1100 limited. In third place, 210, Tanner Batsold. Way to go, Tan Man. In second place, boat number 47, Gabor Gergerly. Gabor, that's a nice Irish name. In first place, this guy was undefeated this weekend. Great job for the 125, Joshua Leclerc. Great job, Josh. All right, fellas, on the count of 3, hold them over your head. Ready, 1, 2, 3. There we go. This is going to bring us. Okay, what we just noticed up here, and the reason it's been a little tippy up here, it's backwards. All right, let's do it again. Everybody give me your trophies. All right. Everything you hear from me is unofficial, by the way, you know. What's that? Sean spotted it. Okay, from the hospital, Sean was watching the live stream, and he spotted it and said, your podium is backwards. Fix it. It's not even a little to the left. To the left, to the left. Are we good? Are we good there? Hold on, let's wait for Sean to call us. Let's wait for Sean. All right. Lay off the painkillers. Here we go. The Pro-Am Ski Lights, great racing there this weekend. Third place, boat number 31, Troy Gancars. Job, Troy. He's not here, but he plays him on TV. Sometimes. Not Cops, right? Not the Cop Show. In second place, boat number 22, Michelle Corsetti. Back up to the podium. Great weekend there by Michelle. And ladies and gentlemen, in first place, it was the 782 and Corsetti. Congratulations, Ben, and I know you're not a drunken sailor on a 24-hour pass. Those who know, know. We were talking about that yesterday. Congratulations on the count of 3. Hold them over your head. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And finally, our Pro-Am Ski GP class. Pro-Am Ski GP. In third place at boat number 730, Braden Seven. Way to go, Braden. This guy works his butt off, too, for the ECW Tour. We appreciate you, buddy. In second place, my old friend Mike Kilbearer, who was on boat number 812. Good to see you back out here, Mike. And your champion in the Pro-Am Ski GP, once again, undefeated for the weekend, and a Pennsylvania native, Rick Shirker. All right, count of 3, hold them over your head, ready, 1, 2, 3. And congratulations. Okay, just to remind everybody, July 10th through 12th, we're going to be invading Lock Haven, Pennsylvania, about 2 hours north of here. We invite everybody to come out. Come on out, bring a friend. That's how that's why this is so infectious. This sport, brings everybody in. If you come out to it, you watch a sport, you meet so many good people. That's what's kept me in it for nearly 4 decades now. But we ask that you all do the same thing. Have a safe trip home. And on behalf of all of our great sponsors, my name is Mike Young. Special thanks to all the crew. Nice round of applause for the crew while you're walking out right now. My name is Mike Young. So long, folks. We will see